I don't read a lot of these stories because, I just generally this stuff, you see it, somebody posted something on Facebook, it's meaningless in the great scheme of things. But this is so illustrative of what Glenn Beck is talking about. This is so illustrative of the conservative psyche that I'm making an exception for this one. A Texas teacher went on Facebook in the wake of what happened in McKinney. This is where Officer Caseload, or whatever his name was, Case Bolt, decided to pull a gun on some kids and to wrestle a 14-year-old girl, slam her basically into the ground. Well, Karen Fitzgibbons, a teacher at Bennett Elementary School in Wolfforth, Texas, got to Facebook, and this fourth grade teacher said that she was angry that Corporal Eric Case Bolt had resigned from the McKinney Police Department. Quote, I'm going to just go ahead and say it. The blacks are the ones causing the problems, and this, quotes, racial tension. I guess that's what happens when you flunk out of school and have no education. I'm sure their parents are just as guilty for not knowing what their kids were doing or knew it and didn't care. She also went on to say, quote, I'm almost to the point of wanting them all segregated on one side of town so they can hurt each other and leave the innocent people alone. Maybe the 50s and the 60s were really on to something. Let me just stop here. Wow. Put aside the fact that the obvious, I think, subtext of everything she's saying here. Did she not realize that the racism and segregation predated the 50s and 60s? This woman who was teaching our fourth graders?
50s and 60s was just right. 20s, 30s, and 40s was excessive. The 50s and 60s was just right. It's the Goldilocks principle of keep the black people away from me and the other innocent white people.
So here we go. And this is where the sort of the self-righteousness comes in. The victimization. She says this, and now she says, now, comma, let the bashing of my true and honest opinion begin. Go! This is like, okay, I'm just being honest with my racism, and now you're going to bash me for it. I'm the victim. I'm a pre-victim, in fact. Because she's writing this before she even publishes it. In her mind, she's already victimized just for the fact that there's a slight tinge in her brain saying, hey, this is pretty racist stuff you're saying. Just the fact that seeps into her brain, she already feels like a victim, and she's got to write her pre-rebuttal to being attacked for her racist trope. And then, this is my favorite part. Yes. She ends her rant with a hashtag. I'm not racist. And hashtag sick of them causing trouble. And hashtag it was a gated community.
That one commonly trends on Twitter, by the way. Hashtag it was a gated community all the time.
Fitzgibbons said she hoped that deleting the post and apologizing would resolve the issue. So, all right, so here's the joke that I have from all this. Glenn Beck, this teacher from Texas, and Jerry Seinfeld walk into a bar.
She said it wasn't racist. She put it out herself.
Hashtag that's not racist.
What's the deal with these bar nuts?
Hashtag why be so PC?
All I do is I look out and I just see a nation of pure, innocent blonde children and middle-aged white comedians, and I see everything I love on the thread.
Hashtag it was a gated community.
What's with the gated community?
What's wrong with the 50s and 60s? No one loves the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. more than myself.
Daryl
a Gage gag. He believed in judging the jokes by the content of the premise.